Hi everybody, welcome to day 17 of SLC's lockdown countdown. My name is Sharon. I'm the Trade and Events Executive at SLC and I am lucky to be joined by Kate Fenton, the UK Trade Manager for Tourism New Zealand. Not biased or anything, but you know, one of the better countries in the world. So New Zealand has dealt with COVID really well, and it'd be great to know, what Tourism New Zealand has done to, I guess, pivot or adapt with the COVID situation.
Thanks, Sharon. Kia, good morning. Clearly New Zealand has been significantly impacted. Tourism to New Zealand has been significantly impacted for sure. In March, very quickly, the New Zealand government asked Tourism New Zealand to look at stimulating domestic visitation in New Zealand. Clearly, a lot of destinations have done the same. So we were no exception, and I was incredibly impressed with how quickly our team in New Zealand, our Tourism New Zealand team, looked at creating a team very quickly, a campaign, a strategy around encouraging Kiwis to do more, do something new in New Zealand and explore their backyard. So I'm sure a lot of destinations have done exactly the same, but that's really impressed me. And New Zealand is diving into summer right now, lucky things. So there is an opportunity to work that even harder over the coming months. Internationally, we've got a really big job to do. As you said, New Zealand has dealt with this really well. There's a really strong profile to harness even further to encourage future demand to New Zealand. Our role as a London team is to really keep that top of mind, keep New Zealand top of mind in the UK consumer. You know, there's a lot of love between our two countries that we can harness as well. And just helping our agents and our travel trade as well to educate them and keep their capability high of selling New Zealand. And we have an amazing guy called Marion in our team who does all our webinars and all of our online training. So in our consumer, we've launched Messages from New Zealand. Hope you've seen it. And in the trade, we've done the same. So keeping the brand strong, the visibility high across the consumer landscape in the UK and across our trade landscape, it's just really vital. You know, it's an incredibly important sector to New Zealand, and it's vital to New Zealand's restart and recovery. So keeping that brand high in this country is really important, and that's what we're here to do.
Yeah, definitely. I saw your guys' recent webinar where you guys had a competition where you could actually win to name a Kiwi. That was really good.
Yeah, there's some really nice stuff, and I think people have really embraced our Messages from New Zealand campaign. It's really Kiwis talking to our UK consumers, telling them what there is to look forward to, and just creating that future demand and helping agents as well secure the consumer intent to travel to New Zealand when borders are open. People are advanced planning a lot, so we want New Zealand to be top of the mindset. It's such an exhilarating once in a lifetime trip, and I think people have, if anything, realised this year that life is short and we've got to get out there and do, what we really want to do. So
absolutely. So has there been any bit of COVID innovation that has caught your eye? Anything in marketing or TV ads? Doesn't have to be in the travel industry, but comes front to mind.
I am in awe and amazed by the people in our industry more than anything, I think, and more than ever. So I think people tend to, as soon as the word innovation is mentioned, look at technology, but really that's just the conduit, problem solving, creative solutions, adapting, resilience is what I think of when I think of innovation. And I just think some of the ways that our agencies and the travel industry in general has learned to adapt and quickly restructure, and kind of their priorities in a really challenging year has amazed me. And the individuals, we have some amazing representatives in the UK of New Zealand product, and clearly they've got a bit of downtime right now while the borders are closed. So just the way that they have innovated and used their skills, whether it's volunteering or giving back, charities. There's an amazing guy called Jan Jepsen who looks after one of our DMCs, Pan Pack. And I don't know if you've seen, but he's created walking tours in North London.
Yes, yeah.
And, just stuff like that. I just think that's incredible. We are a really strong industry. I love the travel industry. I've been born into it. And I'm just incredibly in awe of some of the things that people have done in this really challenging time. So they would be my pieces of innovation. I think the people in our industry have really proved to be a resilient bunch and will continue to be. So
Cool. And I guess last question, it's probably obvious, but let's say a Christmas miracle happens and the borders open next month. All the borders in the world open. Where's the first place you'll be flying to?
Well, it's an easy answer. New Zealand, clearly. Do you know what? I don't even want New Zealand. I need New Zealand. I need that burst of energy that I feel, and I'm sure you're the same, Sharon. Like the vineyards, the beaches, the alpine, the mountains, the forest. I just today, I want that today. I think I feel lighter when I come back from New Zealand, and I think we could all do with a little dose of New Zealand. So, I mean, clearly I would choose that anyway, but it really affects my, I think, mental state. You know, even talking about it, I just light up. I just love it. I have family in New Zealand as well, so I owe some Christmas presents. I owe some big hugs, so I would clearly do that and fly down to Auckland as soon as I can. And also, ironically, you know, I've got colleagues that I feel closer to after numerous video calls this year. So I just want a wine with them. I just want to sit in front of them, give them a hug, and have a wine with some of the colleagues that I've been speaking to across video. And we're all the same. I think, if anything, the separation has brought everyone closer. So I would not hesitate to jump on a plane and go to the other side of the world, for sure.
Oh, fingers crossed, both you and myself can get back to New Zealand sooner rather than later. But thank you so much, Kate, for joining me today. It's been a pleasure speaking, catching up, and yeah, have a lovely rest of your weekend.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Bye.